Another couple of vehicles I've noticed in the auction which fill me full of dread. I fear for the motor trade, I fear for the traders, I fear for the auctions, and I fear for customers too, especially if you're buying a vehicle without a battery state of health certificate and you're going into it blind. At least with a battery state of health, you should be going into it with your eyes open. I mean, I noticed this one in the auction the other day, and it's a 73 plate MG5, 12,688 miles. Which auction was it? Blackbush. It was from Tusker. Tusker, I think, are well-known evangelists and sell a lot of them or lease a lot of them or whatever it is they do with them. This is a one owner 2023 car. It's not yet 2 years old. You'll see there, battery state of health X. And when we go onto the battery state of health, it's 97.1%, but battery sensor warning detected. Now, I have tweeted Avalou on numerous occasions, and they never got back to me. So I can only go off what kind of ChatGPT says and all the other people, that worst case scenario, if the battery sensor is faulty, it's not going to measure if there's anything wrong, and the vehicle could go into thermal runaway. That is the worst case scenario. But it says here a deviation in the battery current measurement was detected, indicating a defective current sensor. Please retry the flash test, ensuring that the vehicle is not charged or driven and the air conditioning and heating are switched off during the test. Next one, Peugeot E208, one owner, 2022, 42,239 miles. We'll go on to there. Who's selling that? Avons. One owner, 31st of 5th, 2022. Last service, 3rd of the 8th, 2023. At 19,310 miles. So, battery health grading. Below 50. View report, here's the report, 93.4%. Now I wouldn't think that's very good, to be honest. You'll see there again, battery sensor warning detected. Significant issues detected on this. During the detailed battery diagnosis with the Avalou flash test, anomalies were detected that require monitoring or inspection. You see there's a slight deviation in cells there, but to be honest, doesn't look too horrendous to me. It's not a whole lot, but I suppose it's a battery sensor warning. Next one, Volkswagen ID3. Well, the ID3, that's the one I was telling you about before that I'd noticed. 16,962 miles, 2023, 73, one owner, 29th of the 12th, 2023, almost a New Year's EV car. So no doubt that was pre-registered to get the figures up like they always do, and say they don't, but they do. What was the mileage again? 16,962. Battery issue, 98.6, warning, significant issues detected. Again, battery sensor warning detected. Onto that, it shows a bit of a variation in the cells there, and a deviation was detected indicating a defective current sensor. Please retry the flash test. Well, surely, perhaps they've already retried the flash test, but you need to know. This is important. Then we'll go back to the other one I saw, which is the most concerning. Kia EV9, 12,753 miles, 2024 74 plate, one owner, battery condition X. We'll see who's selling that. BCA OS top car, Thurley. First registered 2nd of the 9th, 2024. So it's just over 12 months old. It's the 14th of September today. View report. below 50%. Battery measurements. Safety risk detected. During a detailed battery diagnosis with the Avalue flash test, safety concerning anomalies were detected that require immediate inspection. For details, scan the QR code. There we go. Cell voltage, 700 millivolts. Variance. You'll see there, it looks like it's just one cell. It has been determined that there is a discrepancy between the highest and lowest charge cells, as illustrated in the cell voltage table above. This indicates an issue with battery balancing. Please take your vehicle to a workshop or contact Avalue Customer Management for further assistance. Now, I noticed this vehicle, it was supposed to be for sale last Thursday, I think it was, and it disappeared off the website straight away. So hopefully BCA have removed it from sale and they're getting it checked out, because I have got some good news. The VW ID3 that was listed as a fire risk, believe it or not, I have written to BCA to request information as to why it was returned and how it was sold in the first place. As expected, they say it's GDPR. It's not GDPR really, because I didn't really want the buyer information. I just wanted to know whether they were private, a firm, leasing company, and I wanted to know what the problem was with the car, why it had been returned, and why they think it's a fire risk. I'm perfectly entitled to ask. As I've done a video before about corporate homicide, corporate manslaughter, and I think these people at BCA, if anything, I'm trying to help them. I think they're leaving themselves wide open. I think if they have a fire there, an insurance company will be well within the rights to say, you've done a battery state of health test, it said it was a fire risk, and you didn't put it out of harm's way. You know, your insurance is null and void. Imagine a BCA burning down with all them cars. Imagine one of your cars being in BCA. Like a few months ago, Range Rover's in for a repair at a garage that got flooded. Was it the owner's fault that the garage was in a flood area? Why should they claim on their insurance? I don't think they should, to be honest, but you know, that's just me. So, BCA, I emailed 4 people. Whether they sent it to the same office or not, I'm not sure whether they passed it on, but I got a reply saying, you know, mind your own business, but in a nice way. And of course, I can't mind my own business. When I think people's lives are at stake, I can't mind my own business. So I've taken it further. And to be fair, I've actually had a reply and a conversation with 2 people that I've taken it further with. 2 people that I think need informing about these battery state of health certificates. And also, as I've said before, I think every garage, before they take one in, even if they're taking it in for repair, whatever, every MOT, before they go in the Channel Tunnel, before they go on a ferry, it's a 2-minute test. They should have a battery state of health check. And if it's not 100%, well, 100%'s wrong, but if there's any fault showing, then it doesn't come on the boat, it don't come on the Eurotunnel, it don't come in the garage, full stop. That's the way I see it. So, the person I talked to saw it pretty much the same as me too. And it's a person in authority. I won't say who it is yet. They may come back and say, no, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. He's already done his job and managed my expectations. He asked me, what do you want the result from this inquiry to be? I want the result from this inquiry to be that when people go to work or buy a car in the auction, they're not standing next to, they're not driving, they're not moving, they're not eating the lunch in the canteen above a vehicle that could possibly explode at any time. That's what I want. I don't think it's too much to ask. I don't think it's too much to ask that if you go to work, somebody can make the decision to put your life in danger. It looks like somebody with big balls bought that because it had no MOT. I noticed it had an MOT since. Today it was advertised on Auto Trader, and I emailed the seller to make sure they were aware, and he's emailed me back. I thought he might just tell me to mind my own business, but hi Barry, thanks for the heads up. It turned out the ignition wouldn't shut down unless the 12-volt battery was disconnected. In the end, the vehicle was diagnosed as needing a new main ECE computer and software recall. I'm assuming that's been done now and the vehicle is fit for sale. It's advertised on his website if you're interested, and it's £672 below Auto Trader's recommended retail price. So perhaps all's well that ends well, but that's the importance of a battery state of health test. Do not buy an EV, whether you're a dealer or a private. Do not buy one without a battery state of health. These tests should be done on every MOT. That was a dangerous fault. It's been picked up, fortunately. Every credit to BCA. I don't like the way they did it. They sold it to one person who returned it. Somebody else bought it. They fixed it. I don't like the way they did it. It shouldn't have been around in that state. But as I say, all's well that ends well, and every credit to the guy with the big balls who bought it and got it fixed. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.